George Bush has been making a big deal about Biden withdrawing the US troops from Afghanistan. On one hand, it is self-evident that every action Biden takes is about putting America down again. But don't let the media fool you around with this one. Bush came back to light from whatever rock he has been hiding under all this time, not because he cares about America, but because withdrawing the troops from Afghanistan is hurting his personal interest in the oil business. I think it's time we stop listening to this guy. First of all, he already did too much harm to America. But more than anything, because after having Trump as president, we realized that the vast majority of all Democrat and Republican politicians are nothing but a different side of the same coin. They don't care about the American people. They don't care about you, about me. Only themselves. Welcome to the Elijah Sanabria Show. Biden finally gave a timeline. He announced that all American troops will be out of Afghanistan by September 11 of this year. And we have had a couple of different reactions among Republicans, which, by the way, is confusing a lot of people. But if we look closely, I believe that there should be no confusion at all. On one side, George Bush is saying that it was a mistake, that the Afghan people were going to suffer unspeakable harm, blah, blah, blah. Also, Senator Mitch McConnell called the pullout a reckless rush for the exits and a global embarrassment. And on the other hand, Donald Trump said that it was a wonderful and positive thing to do. Think about that. 2 out of those 3 people have a special interest in the oil business, and only one of them care for the American people. I guess the answer is clear. No need to be confused. Now, there's still something more important about all this. Last time the American people were under threat by the Middle East, Donald Trump took care of General Soleimani and solved the problem. But here's the thing. With 0 American casualties, no civilians were killed, no children were assassinated, 0 domestic terrorist groups were created. Even ISIS disappeared. With no previous political experience, Donald Trump kept Americans safer and without stupid and useless wars than any other president ever did in the last century. So next time you hear George Bush or Mitch McConnell talk about what's best for America and the Middle East, remember that under Bush and Obama, we, the people, lost thousands and thousands of family members, brothers, fathers, sons, uncles, friends, in a war that had nothing to do with the safety of Americans, but about keeping the oil business running for the Bush family and their corporations. Real leaders don't send their people to die for their personal interest. And Donald Trump proved that. Even if it is to protect the American people, it can be done without sacrificing a single American troop many times, or civilians for that matter. I would like to get your input on this, but I was thinking that this piece of news is a good example of why identity politics is nothing but a trap to deceive everyone. Something that we came to realize these last few years is how badly even Republican candidates betray America. Certainly there is nothing more despicable than a radical Democrat with a radical liberal ideology, but also establishment Republicans are not cutting it anymore. They're no different from them. The criteria of the true American should always be freedom, patriotism, pro-American ideals, love for God, love for the family, and success, the great American dream. Because then and only then we'll have an objective criteria to evaluate our politicians. Otherwise, we'll be electing people like George Bush, who labeled himself as a Republican, but only brought misery and death to America, under the illusion that he was protecting America and liberating other countries. So as far as I'm concerned, he can crawl back to whatever rock he was hiding under, because we don't want his advice. We don't need his advice. Most news outlets have a very simple job, and that is not to report about something, but to report in a specific way to control what you think about that something. And that is where I come in. My job is to unmask the Antichrist, to challenge them, to tear them apart if I need to show you the hidden side of the story and provide solutions and ideas. I do a lot of research, and I can always provide further information upon request on any topic that we discuss, please feel free to ask. But this is relatively a new channel and I need your support to grow. If you like the content, all you have to do is hit the like button, leave a comment, share if you like, and subscribe if you haven't. Not much, right? Well, that's all for today. I hope you liked it. Thank you and see you soon.